news, Robert Logan is returning to court to appeal his case. Never keep a Logan down. Turning on the Eden Falls Christmas lights with special guests Maya Hirsch and Delilah Logan.
As we dive back into Eden Falls in Chapter 8, it's Christmas Day. Amelia and Drake. Speaking with Delilah Logan at her estate, you considered your next explore them. Whether there was any way you could evacuate everyone from Eden Falls before its imminent destruction in less than 2 weeks. And while Delilah could provide no answers, she promised that if she could help, she would. And as you planned, you received a call over the radio from Darla. She had shot Matson, and Artie had been hurt. Driving to meet the two of them, Delilah transported all of you to the hospital as Artie was taken straight to urgent care, and so the night was spent in the hospital. Waiting. Eventually, as Artie was given the all-clear, Delilah drove Amelia home before Drake. The two of you drove to the crime scene to retrieve the murder weapon, hopefully absolving Darla of her crime. And upon arriving at your house, you shared Amelia's vision of the future via Neurocaster. And as you did, you noticed something else. A detail that Amelia had not picked up before. While the loop facility in Eden Falls was due to explode on New Year's Eve, it wouldn't be alone. Filling in Amelia the next morning and realizing that all 3 loop facilities, 2 in America and 1 in Sweden, were all due to explode on the same day, you headed in for your final day of term at Jenkins High, where rather than going in, you waited for a word from Delilah. As you waited, and Darla, you saw your father finally being checked out of hospital, even as Artie remained inside, you heard a familiar voice over the radio. Mr. Jenkins, asking you to meet him, Drake's cabin. Making your way there, you quickly discovered that he was being held hostage by Magnus Logan, and the remaining mercenaries employed by Matson, and each of you taking different approaches, everything quickly became chaos. Darla was captured, Drake was discovered, and unsure what else to do, Amelia commandeered the mercenaries' van and crashed it into the cabin. But as you made your escape, suddenly Amelia began to realize something. She had seen this before. And as Darla was piled into the van and Mr. Jenkins told you to run, a shot rang out, and he fell to the floor as Magnus Logan stood behind him, gun in hand. Rake. You hold a gun in your hand as you see the van from behind the mercenaries just drive off, and as you look towards it, you can see in the driver's seat, just peeking over the top of the steering wheel, Amelia, frantically holding on for dear life as it careens towards the cabin. You see one of the mercenaries that you have disarmed stood before you, and looking a little panicked as shots go wildly off, and you see the other 4 mercenaries looking sort of in your direction, but also in the direction of the van as they desperately try to dive out of the way of any shots that are coming from you. What are you doing?
Just nobody move, okay? Just stay here. And then I slowly start backing away, looking down to where Amelia's driving the van, leaving me in the lurch. And then...
Can you make a lead check for me? These are well-trained individuals who are very heavily armed. You are going to need 3 successes.
Oh, no problem.
With all those buses, right?
I don't have that many left, but...
You can get 1. Do you have 1?
Yeah, I have 1. So 3 success.
Okay. You see they are hesitant, but you can see that 2 of them are already running after the van, and the remaining man who doesn't have a weapon on him just puts his hands up in the air and is just like, yeah, whatever you say, bud, don't worry about it. And the other 2 are just kind of putting a hand out and just, kid, you don't want to do this, okay? You don't know how to use that thing.
With that, I'm gonna shoot 1 more bullet towards his foot. Well, not at his foot, but like to the ground near his foot.
He just
And I'd
backs
be
away.
like,
Okay. No funny business. Okay.
Okay. And then I'm gonna start running backwards towards where the van's going, but still facing those guys because I don't trust them.
Okay, you see that they are hesitantly moving forward. Slowly, they are not pulling their weapons out, but the 3 of them are slowly moving out of the forest and into the clearing. And you can see that 2 of the others are rushing towards the broken cabin. And inside, you can see headlights streaming out through floating dust, and you can see smoke emanating out of the other side. It is hard to tell whether your friends inside are all right. The cabin itself is broken, and it is crumbling.
Okay. Just throw your guns on the floor, okay?
They just reluctantly just take them out of their belts and just drop them on the floor. And hey, it's okay, kid. It's okay, don't be stupid now.
Yeah, just kick him away. I don't want him. Just get rid of him.
Does so, and they just keep their hands in the air. And these are professionals. They put their hands behind their head as well and just... What's the plan here, kid? We don't want to hurt you.
Good. I don't want to hurt you either. Just let me go check on my friends, and then we'll be cool. Cool?
They just stare at you.
I mean, I know how to use it, but it'll still hurt if it hits you. I'm assuming.
They're complying for now.
Okay, good. So, just, thank you. And then I keep walking away.
Inside the cabin, Darla, as you just sit within the van, as you have been dragged there by Mr. Jenkins and Amelia, everything is blurring. It is like being underwater. You can see shapes moving in front of you, and there is wetness trickling down from your forehead. Everything feels numb, and there is a throbbing in your head, and then suddenly, echoing out, you hear a gunshot. Turning towards the back of the van, you can see Amelia just stood there, standing stock still, as Mr. Jenkins lies in front of her, and Magnus, barely standing on the other side of the cabin, just holds a gun forward. And he just lets it lower. And you can see that he just topples a little bit to one side. And as you look towards Magnus Logan, you can see that within this tweed suit that he wears, you can see a dark patch just slowly beginning to spread as around his abdomen, as your eyes begin to clear, you see that there is a chunk of wood from the cabin just sticking out of his abdomen.
Yeah, coming to her senses, adrenaline kicking in tenfold, she would grab Amelia and actually pull her into the van, the back seat of it. I assume it is apparent that Mr. Jenkins is dead.
Make a contact check for me.
Yeah. The man's dead. That's a 0.
Doesn't appear to be moving.
What is Linda doing?
Linda is still on top of one of the guards and doesn't appear to have noticed. She is on top of one of the mercenaries, just... and you could just hear him go, "Oh, Jesus, don't get off!" as Linda just tears into his arm.
Where are the other 2? There were 3 mercenaries, right? In the building with us?
There is. So one has been knocked out cold. The other is moving towards Linda and trying to get the dog off his friend. So, yeah, those are the only 2.
Okay. I would like for Darla to attempt to grab Mr. Jenkins and pull him in.
Okay,
as well.
Make a force check. As Amelia, you find yourself dragged into the van as Darla just moves past you to grab Mr. Jenkins. Where are you at?
Poor Amelia is just frozen, being pulled and tossed aside, and is lost in that moment, realizing the scene that she had imagined so much time has passed, but she remembers it as clearly, and seeing it exist right in front of her. She can't stop imagining the face of Mr. Jenkins and that, and she's no. Oh, as she tries to snap out of it and find herself in this scene, she kind of stumbles around, very just lost and confused still at this moment.
Amelia, help me. I can't pick him up. She's trying to pick up Mr. Jenkins.
Right. I'm sorry. No, I knew this was going to happen. How did this happen, though? How did he get here?
He got shot.
Oh, okay. What are we supposed to do? No.
Calm down.
Right, we get out.
Yes,
Okay.
yes. Let's
Sorry.
get.
Right.
I can't pick him up.
Right. No. I can help. Okay. Just throw him on my back. Oh, this is a terrible idea. I don't know. She panics.
As this happens, through the smoke and the gap from the van that you caused, you can see that coming through the broken wooden walls, 2 silhouettes begin to emerge. They have weapons drawn as they just begin to come into the cabin. As this is happening, Drake, you see 2 of the mercenaries from outside entering into the cabin, their backs to you. What are you doing?
Now that I'm away from the other guys, I'm running down the hill towards those guys. Not being super quiet because I'm in a rush to get there, but also not being as loud, I guess, as I could. Like, I'm not yelling at them, I'm just running. And if I'm close enough, I would like to drop kick one of them as I run down.
Make a force check for me.
Yes, sir. Let me see, please work. 3 success.
I'm going to say with 3 successes. As Amelia, you look through the smoke and the haze. You see these 2 figures just head forward, and these silhouettes slowly come into view, and you see that they are men with guns as they just begin to raise their weapons. And as they do so, from behind them, through the grey smoke, see another figure just rushing forward and just bringing a single foot round, jumping into the air, just and you see that both their heads just to one side as these figures fall to the ground, down onto the ground, as you just see rising up through the smoke, Drake, gun in hand, just silhouetted against the night sky.
A moment of clarity and reassurance. This is our moment. We have to go now! As she...
Are we just leaving him here?
No! Get in the van! She just screams at the top of her lungs, not even caring who hears at this point. It's pure chaoticness. But I'd like to see if Amelia can get like an adrenaline burst in this moment. Trying inspired by Drake, right? Seeing this momentum that he's caused, creating a chance for us to actually perhaps get everyone into the van, that we could perhaps survive this. I'd like to just see if she can pull through in this moment.
Okay, make a heart check for me. I'll say with Drake's 3 successes inspiring you, you need 2.
2. Okay.
You need
How
6.
many? 6. Okay. I can't do it.
Yeah.
I can give you some as more inspiration.
Wait, can I do my reroll perhaps? Do we get...
Yeah, do you want to use one of the lucks where you don't get a condition?
Let's...
'Cause we have
let's
them.
try that.
Okay.
Let's try that.
I'll mark it.
Okay. Let's go for this big moment. She's trying. Okay, we're halfway there. Dang it. Okay.
It's okay.
It's something.
You know,
It's
you
because I
got
want
spunk.
shoes.
You got moxie.
Yeah.
I got moxie. It's poor, but
You
I'm
rush
trying.
forward towards Mr. Jenkins, and I will say that with this clarity, with this adrenaline, while you are not able to shift him, as you push your hands underneath him and begin to pull him up, just feel his ribcage moving up and down. He is just holding on.
We have a chance. He can make it. He can make it, Darla. We have to get him
That's
in the
why I
van. We
said to
have
help.
to get out of here. Right. Sorry. And she's gonna try to swoop in under the other arm and just try to help book it in.
Yeah, Darla's kind of pulling him by like his shirt. Trying to pull him forward into this van.
Right. As your friends pull Mr. Jenkins in, what are you doing?
I was gonna grab a gun or 2 if the guys dropped them
Or 2.
before running in. Well, if they both dropped the gun. I'm not gonna use them. I'm just trying
Give
to
me the
take them
gun.
away from them.
Third one in the mouth. Here we go.
All you gotta do is bring a teenager in to ruin all these mercenaries.
Seriously.
8 men can't take down 1.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah.
So I will say they are out cold at your feet. You're able to grab those off that ground, no
Cool.
problem.
Not even stopping, just grabbing, like running by, picking them up, and then running straight to the van.
Off to one
Looking
side,
at
you can just
Magnus.
hear Linda just.
Almost forgot about Linda. Linda, come on!
And she is just going to
Carla's gonna
leap off
yell.
and
Drake, can you drive?
Yeah, I'll drive. Just Linda, let's go.
Linda suddenly looks up, and you see her eyes and ears just twitch as she looks in your direction. She sees Mr. Jenkins' legs just being pulled into the van. And she immediately just runs over towards the van, jumping in, and is just sort of skittering in just one spot, just around, kind of unsure what to do, unsure how to stand still, just like moving around Mr. Jenkins. And Drake, you said you were looking out for Magnus.
Just to make sure that he's not gonna shoot
Oh,
everybody.
I was keeping an eye on Magnus because I'm like right at the door,
Okay.
waiting for Linda to get in.
I'd be oblivious. I'll call
Yeah.
it.
You can see that Magnus is up against the wall, and he is propping himself up. He is just looking down at this impacted wound on his chest, and as he just presses a frail, liver-spotted hand upon it, he just looks up. Past Drake, past Amelia. His eyes briefly linger on Mr. Jenkins before they flick up to you, Darla. He gives a small smile.
Darla, before shutting this door, as getting out of here, she would look at him. You're consistently underwhelming, and it would almost be too easy to put you down, just like I did your right-hand dog last night. And she shuts the door. Go, Drake, go!
I'll reverse
Pedal to
drive
the
away
metal,
as fast
baby.
as, yeah. Try to get out of there. I was probably stuck a little bit, but you know, pushing and then
I just hurt a man's feelings. That's the worst you could do as a woman.
Churning up the grass underneath the tires as you pull back, and there is a as it just screeches round, and you can see the mercenaries off towards the side where they had kicked their guns just run towards the weapons and just bringing them up, just and you can hear them impacting against the side of the van, coming dangerously close to the tires as you just book it off into the woods. And as you drive, and as Linda continues to just in the back, there is a crackle over the radio. I will take that, Mr. Lee, as a decline of my job offer. And the radio switches off.
Don't let him get in your head. Darla also, where's Mr. Jenkins' wound? Did you say it was his, yeah. Okay, Darla would be putting pressure. Ignoring any squirms of pain.
We'll hold his head up, kind of putting it on her lap.
I'm just gonna look back and
Doesn't squirm. Doesn't resist. He just reaches up a bloody hand, Darla, and places it just on your shoulder, and it's okay.
Yeah, you're gonna be okay. Hey, Drake, can you drive a little faster too? It's already illegal enough.
I'm trying. Just, we'll be there soon. We'll be at the hospital soon. Don't worry.
Oh, great. Here we go again.
Stop, don't think like that, Amelia.
This is the second time in 2 days.
Just
The hospital's going to...
keep him, keep his head up, keep his breathing okay. And I'm just gonna keep pressure on this, as I'm sure like blood is pooling through her fingers.
Amelia, you just, on one of your hands, you just feel these frail old hands just try and rip your own.
Just hold my hand. Just hold. Come in. And she's going to try to struggle to interlock her fingers.
I see why you were so worried.
Breathe. Breathe. You're going to be fine. It's okay. It's okay. Please. Please.
Will you look after Linda?
Yeah, while you're in the hospital, and that's the only time, because you're gonna live.
Head up. Head up. No. Here, and she's gonna turn his head to the side. Spit out the blood. Come on. Don't swallow it.
Amelia, I'm sorry to do this. She takes off the jacket you gave her, and then is using
Fine.
that to put pressure on him, so that's some more absorption, because her hands are just covered.
Come on.
Can everyone make a comprehend check for me?
Do you want me to?
Mm-hmm.
You sure? Yeah. What?
I'm sorry, what?
What?
Jesus.
I didn't even know that number was possible.
Naturally? You know what? Do you want 2 of my blesses to get a 6?
I
She
didn't
got
know 5 was possible.
She got another vision. Her mind just expands.
Amelia,
Turn on the double audio. Bring it back. You're sentient.
I see all. As
Oh my gosh.
as the van drives, and Drake, as you cast your head back every so often to see what's happening, and as Darla, you put pressure on the wound. Amelia, you feel the fingers between your own just loosen.
Come on, hold pressure.
The final exhale of breath. Just whispers the words. Don't be afraid.
What's wrong? Darla looks up. She's been focused. Didn't hear. He's gonna be okay.
Oh,
Right?
no. And Amelia just terrified to say anything. She'll purposely not try to make eye contact, just like staring at the van floor next to Mr. Jenkins, refusing to look at Linda, at Darla, at Mr. Jenkins. He's. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
Would Darla feel his body cooling?
I think so.
Yeah. I think it would take her too long to realize before releasing her pressure that she's been putting on this wound, and then just kind of slumping back.
Maybe something else. Maybe anything else. Come on. Please.
He's gone, Amelia.
No.
You have to
No.
accept it.
No, I saw. No, but in my vision, if I saw it and we knew this, we got him out though. That's the key thing. We got him out of the cabin, and I
Not
didn't
everybody
see that
lives who
before.
gets out of things, Amelia. People die all the time. It sucks.
But I told him to stay safe.
He did his
We're supposed
best.
to avoid this. I told you something like this would happen. Why didn't he just stay hidden away? Why couldn't you just stay away?
Because he cares.
No, he's dead.
He is. He is. And you have to realize that. Is Linda okay?
Linda is just pushing his hand with her snout and just.
Darla would reach over and just kind of place this very bloodied hand on like just her back, and looking up at Amelia.
Oh.
Linda's still here though, so there's still someone to take care of.
And do what? Just make
I
it to
don't
New
know.
Year's?
I don't know.
We couldn't even save one person, even knowing that this would happen. How are we going to save Eden Falls?
That's what I kept telling you. We put all of our energy into saving a town whenever our friends are dying. I told you to focus on your family, Amelia.
It's not just them. It's the entire town. Just Why can't we just save them all?
Because we're not superheroes. Those are in comics. Those are in movies, shows. We're kids. We're just kids.
Maybe you're right.
I don't want to be.
I'm sorry. I really thought if we just kept him hidden away, he'd be fine.
Diamonds are always found.
I'm so sorry, Darla.
It's not your fault, Amelia.
I saw this though. Even if we know of all these bad things happening, maybe knowing it and even running away it is not going to stop anything. It wasn't like he was out and about or easy to find, and yet this still happened.
Logans have cameras everywhere.
Is it? Maybe what's coming will start off in those 3 cities, but maybe it'll get bigger. Maybe it'll get worse. Maybe going and running away to another town won't even matter anyway. Maybe it's just delaying the inevitable. That case, why even run at all?
I don't know.
No. I'm not going to... No. No. I refuse to think that we can't do anything. I don't care that we're kids. At least we tried. And I'm not going to give up on Eden Falls. I really wish we could have saved him. I'm sorry, Darla, but we have to keep trying. Even if it is inevitable. If something you knew were going to happen, you'd still try to stop it, right? Whether to Artie, Mr. Jenkins. Wouldn't we do that for the rest of this town?
No. Rest of this town didn't do that for me. Which is why I don't care.
Maybe they're not perfect. There are a lot of innocent people. There are a lot of other kids like June that don't deserve to be here.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. Maybe run another car into the loop or something. It seems to be something I'm quite comfortable with at this point. I'm just tired of it. Tired of being haunted by these things and them coming to pass anyway, so who cares? Maybe it'll happen and well, maybe it will. It's going to happen, so forget being afraid. It's what Mr. Jenkins said, right? Don't be afraid.
When did he say that?
Just final little words. It's just a whisper, but I heard it. I'm gonna take that from him. I'm not going to be afraid. If I'm going to do this, we'll at least hit it head on. Drake? You're not backing out of this, are you?
Of course not. Whatever you need.
We're going to the hospital. We're gonna somehow find Delilah. We're going to the loop. I don't care how or what. Maybe we get past the gates. But I'm going to try. I'm not going to care.
What are we gonna do with the loop?
I don't know, and At this point, it's figuring out one step at a time. What does it matter? All we know is something's happening there, and so we have to go there. While we're at the hospital, grab that dumb screwdriver. Did you get it? Do you have that? That tool for power or whatever it is?
I don't think she does.
You did. You ran back and got it.
You got it at
Yes,
the hospital
but it
last
was
night?
in her bag. There's no way they'd let her have her bag on her.
Oh, is it at the cabin?
That's true.
Yes. She didn't grab it. Which means she doesn't have a
Fine.
walkie. She doesn't have Artie's glasses.
It's fine.
Oh, no.
It's fine. We don't need that stupid tool anyway. It would have been a lot easier to storm into the loop with it.
Oh, yeah, that would have been great, actually.
Would have been
If only I
super
wasn't
easy.
incapacitated for a moment because you ran me over.
It's okay. It's my
I can
fault.
try. I can try sneaking back in
we
later.
are not turning
Hopefully
around, and you were
they'll
not
be gone.
going.
Why? Why not take risks at this point?
I
More of
mean,
us can
Mr.
die.
Jenkins.
If that's the end already.
You're starting to think like me. That's dangerous.
I'm figuring out that there's something that we should put our life on the line for. Why not this? Right? If I'm going to die anyway, I'd rather it be in a way in which I get to write my own ending. No one will maybe ever read it, but I'll know it.
Now you're talking like you.
What, because I made a book metaphor?
Yeah,
Ah,
that's exactly it, actually.
It's fine, I'll take it. I'll take it. Drake, if you think you can go back there, go for it.
Absolutely not.
It's your story. No, it's his story. He gets to decide. At this moment, each of us gets to decide.
I don't like the
What
idea
we
of us
feel is
just
right.
going off where we want at this point.
Then we go together. We drop Mr. Jenkins off. We get whatever else we need at the hospital, and we go together, and then we go straight to the loop. We have to do something, and I'm not going to be sitting in a waiting room.
Okay, okay. We'll put Mr. Jenkins' words into use.
Linda can come with us. We
Linda,
better.
do you want to go with us?
Linda is just staring at Mr. Jenkins, and as you say her word, she just. And she looks between all three of you, and then just leaning down, just licks your hand, Amelia, and just.
That's right. You're a brave girl, aren't you? That's right. You'll stick by our side, and we're going to get this done, and we're going to get this finished, because we're going to be brave and not afraid. We can do this. Oh. Right. Do we even need anything at the hospital?
I guess at this point, no.
Artie's at the hospital.
Will he be better for this?
No.
He should
You
stay
just
there.
asked if there's anything we need.
He'll be fine then. We need him to stay safe. Maybe we go see if we can get to Delilah. We have the advantage of leaving first by a long shot. We could pick her up quickly.
Just tell me where to go. Otherwise, I'm driving in circles.
The hospital.
Logans.
first.
Really?
Yes. Amelia, I'm bleeding from my head right now. Didn't want to complain
No.
because someone died.
No, you're right. We should get you taken care of.
You can just drop me off and then get Delilah and come pick me up.
All right. Hospital first. And then the Logans.
I think that's where I was headed already.
Thank you.
You drive. Drive and eventually come to a site that has become all too familiar over the last month. Eden Falls Hospital. There's Darla hopping out and seeing your friends drive off in the direction of the Logan estate. Head on inside. And you're waiting for some time until you are seen and your head patched together. Realistically, given waiting times, even at this hour, it would probably be around an hour before you are seen.
Yeah.
But you're given a fairly neat set of stitches just above forehead.
Yeah.
And you are allowed to head off, although the nurse looks at you and... So, do you have anyone who can pick you up? Wouldn't advise walking.
Yeah, I have family coming to get me.
Right, well, feel free to stay in the waiting room if you'd like, and when they're here, you can feel free to come over and check yourself out, okay?
Can I go into Artie King's room and wait there?
Of course
He's
you can.
probably
Just
sleeping, but
even sleepers need company. Just down the hall.
thank you. She does. She hurries and opens his door quietly to not disturb. To go and sit and wait, while at the same time checking in on him, watching the monitors.
You think you can read those?
Yes, actually. She stands up and goes over and grabs his hand. How are you feeling? You okay?
Yeah, no, I'm okay. I'm fine.
Good. I'm glad.
I'm sleepy.
Yeah, morphine will do that to you.
Yeah, I've been having fun dreams.
Yeah? What's been your favorite
Yeah.
so far?
Oh, well. I dreamt I was in a field. An old field, and I was surrounded by cows. They were all, like, big. They were blown up like balloons, and they were just running around.
Well, were they running around or was they floating around? They were like balloons.
What He reaches up and, what happened to your head? What have you been doing?
Nothing. I think your vision's a little blurry. You're all good. She would like shift her hair a little bit so it covers.
My mom and dad said you brought me here. Drake and Amelia?
Yeah, and Delilah. Yeah.
How's everyone doing, by the way? And he just shifts himself up in his bed. Any developments at all? Anything I can help with, or
Nope.
Okay.
We're gonna go talk to Delilah here in a little bit.
Well, I guess no news is good news, right?
Yeah. Keep that in your head. And keep telling yourself that so you can get better.
Okay. Well, they say I should only need to stay in here for 5 days or so as the wound heals, but yeah. Should be home in time for Christmas.
That's the best Christmas present you could give me.
Okay, well, if you need to go, you can. You don't need to wait for me.
I mean, we've been growing up and waiting for each other forever. But you're right, they probably are going to be here soon. And she's thinking about the fact that she doesn't have a walkie-talkie to be notified, so she's like, I don't know timelines right now. But, yeah, you just focus on getting better and drinking water. I can see you're not, because this jug is pretty full. And she's pouring water into a paper cup for him and handing it to him. Here, drink it. Right now, drink it.
Okay, yeah, no, I'm going.
Good. I try to get some more rest, okay?
I hope you know, I was never, you know, you say we were waiting for each other. I was never waiting for you.
What do you mean?
You've never, made me wait for anything. You know, you've always been there for me, and, you know.
That's very sweet.
Well, it's true.
Stop it. Lay down.
Okay. Only because you asked nicely.
Please.
There we go.
And as
Well-
he's laying down, she's gonna like kind of tuck him in a little bit. Good luck getting out of this one.
I'm fairly sure this is taking advantage of me in my weakened state, but okay.
Whatever keeps you resting so you can get better. I count it as a win. For both of
Well-
us.
Say hi to the others, and
I will. I will. And I will stop by again in the morning. So you can't get rid of me that easily.
well, it's the holidays now, so I guess I won't be able to get rid of you.
I don't think you were able to get rid of me prior either.
Yeah, true.
Okay. Well, and as you're like he's tucked in, she would lean down and kiss his forehead. Okay, get better. She starts to back away.
Just reaches out and grabs your hand.
I didn't make that tight enough. What's
Just pulls you in. Just kisses you on the cheek.
that was wet from the water.
Yeah, I know, but still want to do it.
Thanks. Okay, I gotta run.
Okay, go. Yeah, go.
Bye. See you tomorrow. And she runs and like goes to close the door quickly and then realizes at the last moment, I shouldn't slam this. And it goes, so it's like fast and then and she runs to the front.
Drake and Amelia. As you drive in the direction of Logan Estate, is there anything that you are discussing on the way?
Am I doing any of this wrong, Drake? Am I making the wrong call?
I don't think we can know what the right or wrong call is.
You know, I was really hoping you'd have a better answer than that.
You're doing perfect. I mean, honestly, what do you expect? You got these visions. They're overwhelming, they're insane, and we don't know what they mean. We don't know what we can do about them. Delilah says that the closed loop time travel thing they have is unmalleable. So maybe the visions are unmalleable, but what's the point if you can see it if we can't change something?
Right?
So we're doing okay. even if we make mistakes along the way, I think.
I'm not gonna get us all killed, am I?
Nah.
You're
Don't
not
worry
just
about it.
telling me that, right?
No, it's not on you to save us specifically. We make our own choices. I could have left to New York with my parents. Artie could have left. Mr. Jenkins could have hidden away, but he wanted to help.
Oh. Thank you, by the way.
For what?
Well, I guess supporting me in all this. Saying yes to all these ridiculous ideas. For not being in the middle of the cabin so I didn't accidentally run you over.
Yeah, I'm grateful I was on the outside.
Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't really give a clear heads up. I was kind of trying to sneak it, and I gave a small hint that, there were mercenaries outside, but
I got your hint. Thank you.
just a mess. Yeah, I don't know, maybe we need code words? I don't even know how many walkie-talkies we have left now at this point anyway, so maybe it's not even necessary.
Don't know. We'll figure something out.
How do you stay so optimistic in all of this?
A lot of pain. I don't know. The only other option is to let the darkness overtake you, I guess. And I don't want to
Oh.
go through that again. So, just hopeful. Plus, gonna sound kind of stupid, but I think you and Darla and even Artie
Mm-hmm.
and Mrs. Sparrow, y'all kind of helped me be hopeful again.
What are you
Well,
hoping for if we get through all of this then? Huh?
Graduate, go to college, I don't know,
Yeah.
survive,
I guess that's fair.
keep both
Yeah.
my legs. That's a big one. I wanna be able to walk after this is over.
I'll try not to run you over then.
Thank you.
Watch out for Darla.
Yeah, I'll keep driving. So
Just don't get in the line of fire or anything.
yeah, you too, you especially.
Seems like I'm always behind it all. Every single time. Even the last time we went to the loop, I really didn't even make it in.
It's okay. It was a mess in there.
Well, I think it's about time I'm not on the outskirts of things.
I mean, you just burst through a building. You're right in
Yeah.
the thick of it.
But I was the last one, and it was only in the corner of the building at one part of it. I had to
I was the
force
last
myself
one.
in. Well,
You made
Okay.
it in before I did, and I even went before you, so you're doing pretty good.
that is not the same, and you know that. That's not... Don't even. You're trying to make me feel better, and I should probably thank you for it, but I'm...
I shouldn't tell you what Darla looked like when I saw her. Real sight.
Just... It'll be fine, I guess.
It has to be, or it won't be.
Right.
But we'll do whatever we can, right?
Yeah. I just don't want to be watching my friends be the ones who put everything on the line.
You put a lot on the line. You might
think
not
of-
think it, but you did.
But I've never been in the most physical danger. Most of the
mean-
time, I've not even had to encounter any of the Logans in the negative side. They've always been, in fact, incredibly kind. Instead of violence and danger, they've been giving me, like, gifts, right? It's a whole different side of the story. If anyone's been playing it safe, somehow I've gotten on the really good side of everything. I got empathy from our enemies. They were helping me with June and everyone else.
It was probably just coincidence.
Luck.
You just happened to have the same situation that they had, so they were on your side. And now we're going against them, so they're going to be against us. But it's good that they were on your side, because you don't want to put June and your parents in that kind of danger.
I know, but my family
trust
and I
me,
get. Yes, sorry.
being in the physical side isn't all it's cracked up to be. My back really hurts.
I get it. But I know June and my family are safe only because you and Darla and Artie, you all have shielded me. Heck, even when we were stealing money, Darla shielded me.
I mean, whose idea was it to steal the money?
Kind of both of us.
Was it?
Okay, it was mine, but it was a really bad
Oh.
choice, and that's why I feel even worse about it.
Okay, well, yeah, in that case, she did shield you.
I know, it was my fault, and she shielded me, and she's the one who's been actually actively taking down the Logans, and I've been, at best, befriending them, you know, like...
Hey, you befriended a good one, right?
One.
If
I
we
like
can
that
use her,
if we can.
if we can, she's probably the only one that can help us. So, that's good.
Just... If we get into this, let me be the shield once, okay?
Yeah, sure. I'll let you get punched in the face once, so I don't have to deal with it again.
Oh, yeah, that, okay. Yep, thank you.
If that's what you want, yeah, sure.
No, it's definitely... I'm not regretting that. It's what I want. I'm pretty sure. I
Okay.
can do that.
Yeah.
Maybe they could just punch me in the arm instead. Do you think they would do that instead of punching me in the face? I have glasses on. What if they want my glasses on?
I'll make
Nobody
sure that they
punches people with glasses in the face.
They shouldn't. True. Yeah. Maybe they'll make you take them off first,
That would
out
be...
of courtesy.
I'm not going to be a very good shield.
You're fine.
What are glasses but shields for your eyes?
As the van continues on, and as you come up to the familiar and open estate of the Logans, you start to drive down the gravel path and making your way towards the house. You see outside grey van, similar to the one that you are driving, in fact. You can see its lights are on and all of its doors are open, though the vehicle itself is empty. And the doors of the Logan estate are similarly so, revealing candlelit interiors. You see no sign of anyone.
Pull over real quick.
Is this
I
the
don't know.
same kind of van that was at the cabin space too?
Similar, yeah, and you can still see that all of the ones that are stalled from the other night that no longer work are similarly all lined up outside the barns that stand outside the Logan Manor itself.
Time to be brave, right?
Yeah, I don't know if I should go in there.
Right. You stay, I'll go.
I don't know if you should go in there alone, but
It's fine. I'm gonna hop out and try to find a stick.
I have 3 guns. You can have one of them.
I'll take one of those.
Here,
No,
take-
actually, no. This would be a terrible idea for me. No, for me, Ames. No, I can't. I'm very jumpy. I don't think I could do that.
Okay.
Just take a stick.
Take a thick one that you can
Right.
use multiple times.
Yes. Yes. Do I find any like sticks?
You're able to find there are a couple of sticks around. It's it's winter. A lot of the branches around here fairly brittle and leafless, and a few lie on the ground around a few of the nearby trees.
Okay. I'll pick one up, snap off some of the smaller ones so I have like a good stick in front. I'm gonna keep it in front of me, like holding it like a candlestick. Okay, just stand behind me. And we'll go on in.
Okay, Shield. I'll trust you.
Uh-huh. Just... If I scream, run away. That will be the sign that things are not good.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Is Jenkins' body still in the fan?
And
I was gonna ask
Linda,
Delilah to help.
Linda similarly jumps out of the van and is standing next to you, Amelia, just looking between you and the house.
Just stick by my side, Linda. Heal, right? Heal. Don't- I'll walk first. Just because they may not be scared of me.
There should be.
Thank you.
If both of you can make sneak checks for me,
That was
please.
so cute.
Yeah.
Who knew these horrifying times would be so silly?
Right?
Oh, y'all are doing so good, besties. Oh, you each have 5s though.
Yeah, I'll get one success.
I have 0 blesses, so.
If
You didn't-
You want one?
No, yeah, you got 3.
Oh, I got 3. Oh, I'm
Oh,
not
yeah.
even in the. I'm sorry, I forgot to check that. Yes, I will use them. Then I will use. Yes. Apologies. Thank you. Thank you.
So
I'm your banker. I got you.
One for me. How many for you?
If
But
you
I'll
use
need-
3, you can get 2. But if you use 1, you can get 1.
I'll use one of my ones, so I'll have 2.
Same
left
for
then.
you, Justice.
Yeah, I used one, so I have one success.
okay. So strafing round the side of the gravel car park outside the manor house and staying predominantly on the grass so as not to make too much noise. As you make your way closer and closer towards the front entrance of the manor, you see the barns stood around, you see horses in the paddocks, you see the stalled cars and vans that sit outside the estate. And you also see, like I say, this one solitary van, its headlamps illuminating the open doors of the manor house, stretching long, long shadows inside as it casts fluorescent light out into the nighttime air.
Do we see Delilah's car at all?
You do, yes, Delilah's car is here as well. And
Is the van the only new car there?
it appears to be, yes.
Okay.
And as you begin to approach the front entrance itself, you notice something. Trailing from the back of the van, across the gravel and up the steps to the front entrance, there are droplets of red blood.
Logan?
Magnus must be back.
Right. Do we try to take care of him first? Take care of him. What if I become
Care of
the
him? You want me to
assassin?
kill him?
No, I didn't mean that. I'm sorry.
Sorry,
I
we're
just
late, Darla. Murdered Magnus, homie.
got into this.
I don't think I can kill anybody, so
Right. Let's. How about we at least take the keys from the van?
it's a good idea.
Okay. I'll stand guard. You do the safe thing and get in the van and take the keys.
Okay. Drake walks over to the van and takes the keys.
It turns off, and suddenly everything goes dark as the headlights turn off.
Well, think they know we're here. We should hide.
It's fine. Yes. We'll use this to our advantage. Not that I can see in the dark, can you?
I can see a little.
Okay.
Linda can probably see the best.
Right. Good girl. Yes. Yes. If you see someone, growl. Those are a lot of noises.
It's a lot. No idea if she saw somebody or if she's just happy.
Can both of you make investigate checks for me, please?
Yep.
Damn.
Oh, dang.
You can each get one.
I'm gonna use 2,
one.
so I'll get 2.
I will use one.
So, I will say with 1 and a 2. With 1 success, Amelia, you see that as your eyes adjust to the darkness, there's something strange in that, whereas beforehand, having come to this property, there were flickering lights inside the estate from candlelight due to the electronics being completely dead. There is not a one in any of the windows. However, Drake, as you look, you see that within the large ballroom that sits roughly towards the center of the property, inside of which are time-displaced trophies from the future, from the past, there is the start of an orangey glow beginning to form through the window.
Does it look like a candlelight glow or a...
I will say with 2 successes, it looks less like candlelight and it looks more like a fire being lit.
Mm-hmm. I think they're in the ballroom.
Okay. All right. Let's make our way in. Can we peek through like a creak in the door, or
I would say if your plan is to go inside the property, heading on up the front steps, following this trail of blood, you see it curve round to the side, into a room that, Drake, you would know to be a sort of study area. And beyond this, it goes through this room and into the large ballroom beyond. You can see the rich mahogany walls and panelled surfaces. You can see beautiful wallpaper. You can see chandeliers hanging from the ceiling. But as you peek your head round the corner, and Amelia, as you peer through a crack in the door, you see the ballroom spread out before you. Dark wooden floors, dark walls, and all around. Beforehand there were lights above each one. Now it is dark, almost eerily so. But you see objects, taxidermy animals, you see a large tank off to one side, you can see a chariot, you see boats, you see all of these items collected, torn through time. But on the other side of the room, you see 2 figures. You see Delilah Logan kneeling on the floor in front of what looks to be a large armchair, and she is grasping the hand of the one who sits in there. and you see that Magnus Logan is sat, staring into a large ornate fireplace as it slowly begins to crackle and burn and spring to life.
Can we hear anything between them?
Make a comprehend check, I would say.
One success.
You would...
Drake got 2 successes.
Yeah, but I'm also not peeking through the door, so I realized as I rolled, I was like, oh wait, that's for her.
Hey, you can still hear. Maybe they're
So-
loud. Okay.
So you would hear probably the following conversation, or at least a snippet of. Daddy, what happened? What happened? The children happened. What did you do? What did I do? Insist on hurting them, Daddy. They're children. One of those children shot me in the leg. Another drove a car into me. And the rest kept your brother from us. Why are you so adamant in making me the bad guy? Because you're a monster. You hear a slap. And you see Delilah just fly to one side. You talk to me that way again. And the figure in the armchair just doubles over.
Did I hear any of that?
You probably would have, yeah.
Okay, I would probably bust through the door. Just because it's my drive.
I'll run over to
Damn, instincts taking over.
Delilah picks herself up and she looks shocked at the two of you entering as Magnus Logan just looks up from his chair. Mr. Lee, Miss Oliver.
I think we're past the niceties, Magnus.
I offered you an olive branch. And you slapped it out of my hand.
Yeah, well, when you kill somebody, I'm not taking a branch from anybody.
We have a policy of saving everyone we can, not just our favorites.
Is that why you saved Mr. Jenkins?
He's a good man.
And as he coughs, you see blood spattering onto his knee. It doesn't matter anyway. It's all coming to an end.
Maybe so, but we're going to try to stop it anyway.
Surely you've learned by now that you cannot change the past. All you can do is anticipate the future and embrace it. Eden Falls is going to burn. I've seen the future. America, as we know it, is coming to an end.
You're not the only one who's seen the future, and even if that's true, doesn't matter. We'll go out the way that we want to. At least we won't take more lives before than what you've done.
Well, then you will go out in flames, Amelia. In 10 years, this United States will have been reduced to little more than a wasteland.
Maybe. Maybe not.
No.
We're at least going to give it our best shot. Maybe actually working together. Not with you, so you played your cards. She's gonna turn and offer a hand to Delilah.
Delilah, her cheek still red, just stares at this frail, broken, bleeding man in the chair. Can you make lead or contact, whichever you would rather? You need 2.
Oh. Huh?
Nice.
You feel her hand take yours as she just stands to her full height, looking down at her father. Et tu, Brutus? You know, Amelia, this is 2 lives on your conscience now.
This is one you welcomed on your own.
Well, seeing as you're here, we have an abundance of neurocasters out back. Feel free to take one free. My parting gift to America. A chance for the people of this nation to relive the good old days when the bad new ones are upon us.
We won't need anything from you. Go ahead. Take your last breath.
I'm sorry.
You okay?
He
Gonna put my hand on Amelia's shoulder and like pull her back a little.
Sorry.
kind of looks a little shocked as he looks in your direction, Amelia. This future will make monsters of us all.
You won't be around to see it, will you?
I just want... And he begins to fall forward as his head just hits the wooden floorboards. And he crumples. And he is still.
In a moment of exhaustion, Amelia's gonna collapse, landing on her knees hard on the floor.
Despite herself, Delilah runs over to her father. And you just hear, Daddy, 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 Daddy. And she's just shaking him and just pulling him onto his back, and you see that his eyes roll backwards.
Amelia.
I'm so sorry. I don't know why I said any of that.
It's okay. It's okay. He was a horrible man and he did horrible things to us. Just, you gotta get up.
Sorry. You're right. She's gonna grab the stick that she dropped on the ground. I'm sorry. Right. Delilah, I'm sorry.
She doesn't hear you. As the three of you stand there, the fire under the mantelpiece burns. There is only silence and fire. And a supernatural event. And that's where we'll take our break.
Cozy little section to end on with some soup. We'll be back in 5 to 10 minutes. See y'all shortly. Also, take care of yourselves. If this is too intense for anybody, please make sure you're taking care of you. You can always come back, or you can disappear completely. Yeah. Go take a breather. And we'll be back very shortly.
Darla, as you sit and you wait for your friends in the hospital, a car pulls up outside.
Do I recognize it?
Oh, you look very familiar with it.
Oh, I don't like the way you said that.
For
Also, wait,
emblazoned.
before we continue, my conditions. I assume I'm still technically injured. It's just stitches, but the upset and scared since I was hanging out with Artie.
No, you can take those.
Oh, I thought you were saying, no, you have to stay upset and
No,
scared.
you can keep them!
This is your rad moment. Oh.
No, you
Okay,
can
cool.
cross those out. But you recognize it, for it is not one of a kind. It is one of many that patrol Eden Falls. You have sat in the back of many of these cars. It is a cop car pulling up. Not only that, stepping out, you see Sheriff Mitchell, and out the other side, one of her partners. She begins to walk towards the hospital.
Darla's gonna kind of like scoot and like hide her face. Oh,
Make a
she's
sneak
still
check
covered
for
in
me.
blood. From what? Oh my gosh.
Make a sneak check. You need 3 successes in order to remain unseen.
Can I do this?
Yes, I can. I have 3 successes.
As you sit there and as you just shift in your seat, striding inside, Sheriff Mitchell and her partner come straight up to reception. And you see her just bringing her metal arm just up onto the desk and just tapping. Hello, is Arthur King here? Yes, he is. And I don't suppose Darla Oakes has been in here to meet with him at all? She actually was in here earlier for an injury. Right, can you take me to where she is now? Yeah, of course. Just up on the first floor. Should be seeing Dr. Watkins. All right, thank you very much. And she and her partner just walk into the building. And you can see that her partner, from underneath his winter jacket, just reaches into his belt, and his hand comes down as you see a pair of handcuffs just clink as he just flicks them ready as they start to head towards the stairs.
They're not going to Artie's room yet, right?
Doesn't seem like it yet.
Nah, I can't. There's no way. Come on, Artie, get up!
Is the car running?
The cop car?
Yeah.
No,
it's not, but if you wanted to try and hardwire it.
Oh, she's not good at that. No, she doesn't want to get in more trouble if that's the case. I
I think, honestly, she's just tired. And she would just walk inside and sit in the waiting room. That way they're at least giving a little bit of chase, because that does excite her. Like, that's kind of funny. But she would sit there, probably walking by the receptionist. Evening.
It is some time before eventually both Mitchell and her partner
She's
come back
laying
down,
across
and
several chairs.
they walk up to you. Darla?
I would say she'd probably like hovering her eyes from the fluorescent lights. Yes.
I would like you to come with me to answer some questions, please.
Okay. Took you long enough. She sits up and stands and is covered in blood. Dry blood. Stained blood. Who knows whose blood it is now?
You see Seraph Mitchell just block this, and just taking you by the shoulder, you feel the metal fingers just around your shoulder. She just walks you towards the car.
Ow, ow, you can loosen your grip. That's hurt.
She pushes you into the back and closes the door behind you as it locks. She and her partner get into the front and begin to drive. Drive away from the hospital. And as you look round, you can see a couple of lights, but you also see one shimmering from what you know to be Artie's room. And it moves further and further away into the distance as you drive towards a very familiar location, one you have been at before. Short and squat, cop cars outside, ramp leading up to the entrance. You see Eden Falls Sheriff's Department. And you are driven to the entrance where the car stops, and eventually the door is opened. They take you out and inside, through the reception area, down the carpeted corridors, until eventually you come to another very familiar location. As you are placed in essentially the interrogation room, small windowless space with a mirror to one side, a desk in the middle. And there are very few formalities, as Sheriff Mitchell just turns to a partner. Can you give us the room? And the door closes, and the two of you are left alone.
All right, ask. Darla just sits there and sits back in the chair. All lax days go the way that she does, especially around Mitch.
The department had a call yesterday, late in the night.
Okay.
Call from a warehouse.
Okay.
Darla, where were you last night?
In the hospital, sleeping in my dad's bed.
Were you there because you brought Arthur King?
Yes.
And how did Arthur get injured?
He was shot with a crossbow.
Can you give me the name of the man who pulled the trigger?
Stuart Matson.
Do you know where Stuart Matson is now?
Hopefully 6 feet under.
Dollar, where is the gun you were carrying yesterday?
That I do not know. How much you believe that is up to you.
She sits on the table next to you. Darla,
Mm-hmm.
is that weapon the same one that killed Stuart Matson last night?
Potentially.
I'm not being cute right now,
Neither am I.
Darla. Did you kill a man?
I don't know. I didn't check his pulse.
That you shot him?
Yes.
She stands. And can you make a contact check for me? You need to make 3 successes.
I am going to use 2 pluses, get 2, and do a reroll. Let's see. 0.
Okay. She just looks at you. I'm going to give you some advice. When this goes to court, you tell them it was self-defense.
I mean, that's the truth.
That may be. And I'm afraid you're still under arrest.
Can't wait till tomorrow. Like, I'll come myself. Kind of waiting on people who might now not know where I am.
You have a phone call. You can make it if you want.
Okay. Thanks.
She takes you out of the room. You move down corridors until eventually you come to the reception area. You see the sliding glass doors that stand next to it, and the sliding doors beyond that lead into the car park. And Sheriff Mitchell just stands there and gestures towards the phone on the reception.
Can I get a little bit of privacy?
Make a charm check. You need 2.
Come on, Mitch. You know I'm your favorite. I can't get it. 0.
She just gestures. She gestures at the phone.
Okay. Darla doesn't know any of the Logan's numbers, and y'all don't have phones on you, so she's actually going to call Artie's dad.
Okay. So you call, and the receiver picks up on the other end. Hello?
Hey, it's Darla.
Hey.
Hey. Okay, I don't know how long I have on this, but I would highly suggest that somebody go and hang out with Artie at the hospital and bring a lawyer.
What do you mean?
I'm in jail.
What do you, and from the distance, you just hear, wait, what? And you hear the voice of your dad moving towards the phone. Hey, no, it's okay. Hey, Darla, what do you mean?
Dad, give the phone
What do you mean
back.
you're in jail?
I'll be fine.
What the hell do you mean? No, I'm coming over. I'm coming now.
Okay, do what you want. Doesn't matter. But just make sure that somebody gets over to Artie before he gets asked questions. because he is on
Okay.
a morphine drip, which means that his brain is not going to be as coherent as it should be.
Okay.
And cops are
I'll
real
be
fun
right
to
away.
deal with.
And Artie's dad just takes the phone and, okay, I'll go to the hospital now. Your dad, I'll drop your dad off on the way. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. God damn it, Darla. Okay. Bye. And the phone just hangs up.
And she hangs up too. Done.
Well, you know the way.
Yeah, let me show you where the humble abode is. And she does. She leads the way.
As she does so, across the other side of town, completely unaware of what is happening, Amelia and Drake, as Delilah's cries just begin to stop. There are only so much tears a human being can shed. She just sits there silently staring at her father.
Delilah, I'm sorry. Delilah.
You didn't do anything. It's okay. You didn't.
Still. I know he was your father. I'm sorry.
Why? Why did... Why did you come?
This last encounter, we lost Mr. Jenkins. I think we have to get going on our plans. We came to get you, actually. I know it's a bit brash for us just to appear, and if you need to stay, I understand.
This, madness goes beyond any of us. Even she looks at the body on the floor. Even him. Let me do what I can. Where do you need me to, where'd you need me to, do we need to pick up any of your friends at all?
Yeah, if you can take Amelia to the hospital and grab our friend, Darla, and then I'll meet you guys at the loop.
Yes.
What are you doing, Mr. Lee?
Well, your dad came to his cabin, my cabin, and we left some things there that we really need, so just for expediency, I figure I'll just go there and grab it, and then meet you guys. Otherwise, we're driving all over town, and just I don't want to put you out any longer than you need to be. I know what it's like to lose a parent, even if it's different between us.
All right. Okay, let's go, Amelia.
Thank you. Drake, please be safe. Double check before you go in.
I will, don't worry. If there's anyone there, I'll just abandon it.
Okay. Take Linda with you, or at least.
Okay. Linda?
Linda just and just follows after you.
By the way, in the van we brought here, Mr. Jenkins's body is in there. He was killed by your father. I don't know if you want to handle that or if we should bring him somewhere else.
You shouldn't have to. Let's take him out. We can give him a proper burial in due course.
Thank you.
Okay.
And striding on out, she helps you with the body out of the van, and gently laying this frail old man on the grass outside the estate. Amelia, let's start with you and Delilah.
Yeah.
So you drive to the hospital, and I would say initially as you arrive and you walk inside, and you see no sign of Darla, and so heading on up, you head to the one place you imagine she probably might be, which is Artie's room. And Artie is there, and you can see that his dad is there with him. And looking across at you, Amelia, just, what are you doing here?
I'm sorry. I'm looking for Darla right now. I didn't mean to.
Come out with me just a second. And you get the impression that whatever is happening, Artie seems quite confused. He, what's up, Dad? No, nothing. It's okay, son. And the door closes behind. Darla's been arrested.
What? I'm sorry. What?
I don't know the details. She just called. Her dad is with her now, but Darla's in jail.
No. Okay. No, it's fine. Why?
That she didn't say. She couldn't say too much over the phone, but if you had any plans this evening, I imagine they need to be put on hold.
Okay. No. Right. No, it's fine. Was it a big deal? Did who came for her?
That I don't know. She called from the sheriff's department. She said she'd been arrested. I haven't had the heart to tell Artie until we get this figured out in more detail. But
Okay.
Yeah.
No. I appreciate it. Did she get a chance to see Artie at least?
it seems she stopped by. Yeah.
Okay. Right. Thank you. Tell Artie I said to get better.
Well, don't worry. And if you see Darla, say hi.
Of course. I'm sure everything's fine. And she'll quickly hop back out and not even make eye contact with Delilah. Just get in the car. We need to go to the sheriff's office.
Oh, okay. And she just starts the car and immediately starts going, not even questioning. She trusts you implicitly. As Drake, making your way to the cabin.
I'm gonna park the van a little ways away from the cabin. Kind of have to. Normally, you would have to walk to get to the cabin anyway, but now that Amelia's made a new path through the forest, it might be a little more obvious. But I'll park a little ways away, get out, kind of sneak around the area, just just being extra cautious that none of these mercenaries are still hanging around.
You look around, doesn't appear so. You see the cabin, this place of solitude for you, this piece of calm and peace. No longer. Its foundations are broken, its walls completely torn apart. You can see tire marks all about. You can see the crashed furniture that you had spent so long curating and bringing into the forest yourself just to make this small, empty shell of a place feel a bit more like home. It's in ruins.
Slowly walk through what I can, picking up some wood slats, tossing them aside, dusting off the furniture that I have that's in pieces now. Looking at my few knickknacks that I had in there, just destroyed, and it's not like a full deja vu, but it's a very similar internalized sadness of loss that I'm used to.
One plank of wood is flung to the side. There is a glint underneath the moonlight. Looking over, you see your sword off to one side.
Go over and pick it up. You're a stubborn little thing, aren't you? Dust it off a little. Hold it up. Yeah. You're tough. Just put it in my belt loop, I guess. And then look for Darla's bag. Hopefully it's not completely destroyed.
Yeah, it seems mostly intact. There are a couple of scrapes and tears here and there, but still functioning. And everything inside seems to be accounted for.
I'll open it, check everything, hold on to it. Look around one last time, I guess. Taking a moment to maybe say goodbye.
Linda just nuzzles at your hand and just
pet her snout. Agnes may have built this place, but this is my home. It's okay, Linda. Thanks, Gavin. And I'll just rub my hand against the tree that's in the center of what used to be the cabin, and then... Okay. Let's do this. Come on. Grab a little piece of wood and throw it for Linda to go chase after.
And Linda just bundles off through the overgrowth, through the grass, and disappears for a moment before just jumping up and running back towards you with the stick. And you see a tail wag briefly.
You're gonna be okay. We'll be okay.
And as you walk off in the direction of the loop, Amelia, you and Delilah pull up outside the sheriff's department. And heading inside, you hear raised voices. One is one that you have heard briefly before, as you hear Darla's father just, "Look, She is a child, okay? You can't... We can keep her under house arrest. And you hear another voice. Yeah, I have to say, it is most unusual for you to keep a child immediately. There are certain rules, and I can, and you hear the voice of a figure that you have heard on TV a number of times. A lawyer by the name of Upson Cheeley is there with a small lapel badge, which looks like a sort of unicorn cat with a rainbow tail, and you see that he is currently rummaging with orange fingernails through a number of different law tomes that he just puts forward on the desk. And look, you see here, now it may not be applicable in all states, but I think it is more moral, and I truly believe, and you can see that he is having an argumentative back and forth with the person behind the desk, and you can see that Darla's father just steps back to allow this to occur, and turning round, he clocks you, Amelia, and hey, do I know you? You're
Right.
Darla's friend, right?
Yes. I'm here for Darla. Can she leave?
Please.
He just sort of looks in the direction of the argument and then towards you and just nods for you to follow him. And he walks in the direction of a door where you can see that Sheriff Mitchell stands in front of. And come on, don't test me today, Mr. Oaks. It's a friend, okay? It's my fucking daughter. Just let her in.
I'm just here to pick up my friend Darla. Please?
You hear, like, the lawyer from one side going, see, even the child is asking for this. Come on! And Sheriff Mitchell just... We're ironing out the details. You can go in and talk to her for now.
Thanks. Thank you. She's gonna very subtly just slip in and go talk to Darla.
This is so funny. A child absolutely can be a murderer and held.
Yep.
Good times, good times. Not that I've ever done that.
The drunk tank. The drunk tank. This is an alternate 1980s. We can make different laws. There's a drunk tank that opens up before you, and you can see that mostly empty, save for a number of benches and behind a number of iron bars. And you can see that next to one of these is Darla.
So you can't leave, can you?
Amelia, and she sits up, and you could see her eyes are red. She's been crying.
Was everything okay? I don't think I've ever seen you
it's just
cry.
so dusty in here. It's really dusty.
Uh-huh.
Allergies are kicking in. How did you get in here? Are you arrested too?
No, I asked for you. I asked them if they'd let you go. They didn't give me an answer yet, so my guess is they're probably not.
That would be the best murder court case ever.
Right?
Yeah.
What's going on? Why are you in here? Uh-huh.
She's looking around because she knows there's cameras everywhere and these things. So she's gonna like whisper in your ear.
Yeah.
Because I killed Mattson.
Uh-huh. Right. Picking up on when you were looking around. But everybody knows you didn't do anything. Right? So maybe
no, I did
you
also
should...
admit to it.
Okay. Right. She's gonna whisper through the bars. How hard is it to pick these locks?
You are not about to do a prison break. If
I'd be
they failed
really
for
bad at it.
Robert Logan. I love you, Amelia. stop.
If you want me to try, I would do this for you.
No, I don't.
Okay, good, because I would be really bad at it.
Yeah,
I don't
that's
even
an
have
accessory.
hairpins.
You can't.
These are both just rubber bands. I have no other things keeping up my hair. I have not even a bobby pin to my name.
That's surprising, actually.
Right? It just kind of stays. It's a talk for another day. Anyway.
Oh, wait, actually, could I ask a favor of you?
Yes, of course.
Want to trade jackets?
Yeah. Here.
Just so I look a
And-
little less covered?
Sure.
She
you'll
hands you
give
like
her-
The one that was absorbing Mr. Jenkins' blood. But it, it's dried now. It's just a little stiff, coagulated, and ew.
It's a smell. I'll get this taken care of. You take mine. It's
I mean,
not
it's not
like yours.
as bad. It's still not good. And she's handing it through the bar.
Mm-hmm.
Ingredients. Just throw it in
Thanks.
the wash or soak it or throw it away.
No.
Burn it.
I'll definitely take care of it, and she's gonna put it in the trash.
As you do this, the door swings open, and you can see that Sheriff Mitchell and Delilah Logan are in a heated conversation. But coming through the door, you see Upson Sheely just, Miss Oakes! It is a pleasure to meet you. I'm representing you in this matter. And he just reaches his hand through the bar, and I have delightful news. I have been able to reach an accord with the Eden Falls Sheriff Department. You are still under arrest, but you will be under house arrest. They are going to put one of those anklet doohickeys on you, so you cannot leave the premises, but it seems slightly nicer than these cold bars, I would say.
Yeah, and I've done it before.
Well, hopefully not admitting to the murder of a man. We will talk about that in due course, but Delilah Logan has been helping me fight your case outside. But they will be along shortly to apply said doohickey to your little ankle there.
Thanks.
She just keeps looking at Amelia and like up at this guy.
Who is this?
I don't know, but yes.
Appreciate it.
Not at all. I'm always helpful to I'm always... Oh my goodness, I'm getting my words all mixed up. I'm always happy to help those in need. But I'll be right out there filling out some paperwork forms, all boring legal stuff with your father, all right?
Wait, my dad's here?
Oh, your dad came as soon as he found out.
I told him not to come.
Well, I suppose he's about as stubborn as a mule, ain't he? Well, I'll be right back in just a moment, okay? And he just
Hate that.
And she looks at
flies
Amelia.
out the door. Almost
I'd
as
rather go to
quickly as he
prison.
came.
You're already there, so don't worry. Cross that off your list.
Oh, that was crossed off years ago.
Also, kind of impressive. He's just like his advertisements, isn't he?
I don't know. I don't watch TV.
Ugh, fine. Well, put on the thing. Anklet thing.
I can't. I have to wait for them to come back.
Oh.
It just manifests in front of me.
Both of us just appears. Right, I'm cutting corners here. I'm sorry. It's fine. When you get out, maybe you're just in charge of driving me places.
What does house arrest mean to you?
Well, I hate to be a bit of a jerk right now, but what does a house mean to you right now?
That's not funny, Amelia.
That was not a joke. I was looking at it as like a loophole. Like, you don't really. I'm sorry.
I'll see you when I'm out. And she just kind of
Uh-huh.
goes and sits down.
Right. Chin up. I'll be waiting for you outside. Don't take too long. I'll send your dad in.
No.
Maybe. I'll consider it. I'll tell him. Where are you gonna go anyway?
Leave.
I'm gonna open up the door to leave, and quite loudly, Mr. Oakes.
I
Shut
am
the door.
going to do nothing.
The door opens and your father comes in and... Hey, kiddo.
Hey. Yeah.
So I'm out
Feels
of
like old
hospital
times.
for less than 24 hours and you're in prison for...
Yeah, it seems like I'm getting out.
Yeah, your Artie's dad recommended him, said he was cheap, which is sort of important right now, but also very tenacious, so...
Dad, what does that word mean? That's the third time an adult has said it to me.
I would describe you as tenacious.
That it has been used that way. What does it
Yeah.
mean?
It means stubborn.
Oh.
Means driving.
Oh yeah,
Means a
that
bit of
checks
an
out.
asshole.
That's me. Only a bit? I need a different word.
He managed to argue that, with your case pending, you can just stay at King's house.
I figured.
And with school, not having come to a close, and it being the holidays, that should be easier.
Yay. So excited. Wow. Can't wait.
Hey, this is good. This is good. Don't... You okay?
My teacher died tonight. That's whose blood I'm covered in. So yeah, I'm okay.
Jesus, kid.
Yeah, it's been a great week. It's been a great year. I'm glad to see you out though.
He just reaches through the bars towards you.
She doesn't move. She realizes that just everything is coming to its fullest line. And if you move that cup of water anymore, it's gonna spill. So she lets it if you can reach, but she doesn't move.
He can't. And so his hand just falls.
I'll be out soon, I'm sure.
I'll be outside.
Okay. Don't wait too long if it takes too long. You still need to take care of yourself. Okay?
You've done that long enough. It's time for me to look after you now.
That's funny.
I'm not joking.
I know you're not.
He heads on out. It is some time before eventually Sheriff Mitchell comes in and opens the door. And, gesturing to your foot, just
Which one do you want?
locks.
Right or left?
She nods at your right.
You would take my dominant one. She pulls
She
it forward.
clicks a black anklet into place around, and you see it just... doop. And as she looks down at it, she stands. Carla Oakes, you are under house arrest. This means that you cannot leave property. You cannot go more than 20 feet outside its perimeter. If you do, we will be notified. We will know.
Okay. Cool. Woo! Can I leave now?
You are free to go.
Lovely. Now I can go shower. Thanks, Mitch. She says she's walking past. Walking through wherever the opening is where people are.
You see
She's a
your
free
father
woman.
shaking hands with Ups and Sheely, who gives his card over and heads on out. And you see Amelia, and you also see Delilah Logan stood there as well.
Why is everybody here? I called Artie's dad. Looking at Amelia's dumb smile.
Just waiting. I was a bit of a jerk when I left,
She just
so I didn't want
looks
to
and
break
just
it.
like. Okay, can we go?
Yeah, come on in. You can take a seat in the back next to me, and I'll fill you in all the details.
Yay. She does.
Delilah, do you think you could take us closer to the loop?
I'm assuming
Delilah.
Darla's dad would be at least with them.
He is walking alongside you, and the loop is nowhere near Artie's home. I assume we need to go straight. And Delilah, sort of looking at you, Amelia, just... Well, it is Darla's last night as a free woman. Surely we can take a bit of a detour.
Right. I'll be like a chaperone. I used to do that in my old school all the time. I would be one of the student chaperones.
Amelia, you don't want to know what I've done to all of my chaperones. You don't want to be my chaperone. John's ex-girlfriend was mine once. That was funny. Punched her in the face. That's Lana's
Why
best
in the
friend.
face? Did she have glasses on?
Well, actually, it was to be a distraction because we shouldn't have been eavesdropping on Magnus and John. This was a while ago. And she was like, yeah, go ahead and punch me. So I had permission. I decked her so hard, broke her nose. She already had, like, sorry, I shouldn't be having this conversation like this. It was really
So-
bad.
Can I just talk to you real quick for a second? Just like a private word. I'm going to try to grab Darla's elbow real quick.
Yeah?
What?
So I wouldn't mention the Mr. Logan, Magnus, very loud right now.
Okay, why?
He's not around anymore.
Well, I'd hope he's not near the jail.
No, I meant like, very similar to Mr. Jenkins.
Did y'all
Mhm.
kill him?
No, I didn't do anything. I did say something very mean, and I don't know if words could kill.
Does
'cause then in
Delilah
that case,
know?
then yes, I absolutely
Why is she
may
here?
have killed him then that way. No, she was there when it all happened.
Okay, I can't
He
judge
slapped-
coping mechanisms, but that's weird. I'm not gonna lie.
It is. He slapped her. He was not doing well to begin with.
That's what Robert Logan did to John, which is why I punched Chloe. Wow.
Yes.
Yeah, no, it definitely carried down the line. Sorry.
It's definitely something that he taught his. Yes. It's not great.
No.
I said some mean words. I think you would have liked them, but they were not nice. And
Can I know?
I'm pretty sure he's dead now. Anyway, I know it's good and all and gives us a little more breathing room, but try not to mention it around Delilah. She's helping us, and she put us in. She let him know before he died.
You know what's
So
funny, Amelia? If you just
Huh.
didn't tell me this, I would have never been able to bring it up anyway.
I really make things harder than they need to be, don't
Yeah,
I?
you do.
Okay.
I won't. But, and she just pats your head. Your brain needs some sleep.
Yeah.
All right. Let's go. Where's Drake?
Oh, he went to go look for the Easter egg that we left.
By
Behind.
himself? She yells this.
He's going to meet
I
up
told
with
you
us.
not to go by yourselves.
It was his choice.
You're
and
being
technically,
dumb.
He didn't go by himself. He has Linda. So there's two of
Okay.
them, which is technically
Linda doesn't have
not alone.
thumbs.
Dogs have thumbs. They're just very tiny on
They can't
much
hold
higher.
guns if they need
well, they could.
to. No, they couldn't. And I'm
Just
not
not.
arguing this right now, Amelia.
We should anyway go and see. He said he'd meet us out the loop. We need to trust in him.
We need sleep. Y'all are the worst. I want your energy.
Well, you're probably right, but It's one of those, I feel like if I stop, I'm dead. That sounds a lot more real since I've seen a lot more death now.
Okay, let's go. And
Right.
she just kind of takes that, and she grabs your elbow now. All right, we're ready to enjoy my last night as a free woman. Actually, technically, I'm not free anymore, but still, they won't know. No, they will.
Semi-free. Well,
It tracks
depending on
everything.
how things go, maybe it won't track if, sometimes batteries die.
Oh, I hope he got that.
That's, things happen. Let's get in the car.
Okay. Come on, Dad and Delilah.
Rake.
Do. Fully unaware.
As you're walking towards the loop, eventually it comes into view. Tall, triple cooling towers looming above these fence link fences that, or these chain link fences that just stand around the exterior. You can see the blocky buildings on the inside that are homes to the soldiers and the scientists that work within the facility. And you can see the barrier out front through which cars pass whenever they enter and leave. And you sit and you wait. And in time, eventually, over the horizon, in the distance you see a pair of headlights coming towards you. You see Delilah's car slowly approaching the loop.
I was playing fetch with Linda this whole time, just sitting down on the grass with the piece of that same stick, just throwing it, letting Linda go, coming back, throwing it again. And so when I see the car approach, oh, okay. Linda, let's go, come on. And then walk over, wave Delilah down as inconspicuously but visible as I can.
Delilah just comes to a stop, and Amelia and Darla, you can see, illuminated by the headlights, just Drake moving forward.
Just with a dumb smile. Okay, you guys made it. Finally. Okay.
Everyone's gonna need therapy after this.
Oh, yes. Very expensive therapy.
Free with TRICARE, baby.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dad.
Your dad just, what are we doing here?
Detour. What are we doing here?
To a
You still
military
didn't really tell me.
facility?
So there are some things going on here. How do we put it? World-ending sort of fun things? No, that didn't come out right.
No,
I thought
it
if I
didn't.
said it with a smile that it would seem more positive.
No, it seems more sociopathic.
Great. So the world's about to end. It starts with the loop. Very few know this, but it's very important that we stop it because we're on a timeline. A very, very short one.
New Year's.
Yes.
Okay, and he looks at you, Darla. Is this why you got arrested?
No. A different reason.
Kind of related.
Amelia,
What? Help yourself out in this. It's true.
why is the loop related to the warehouse?
Well, not necessarily with the loop, but it's all kind of connected and trying to connect and see what's happening. And we're not the only ones who are trying to solve this. So, those at the warehouse were also involved. They just were handling it all in a very different way. A much more violent way.
That's what I got arrested for, Dad. It's me. I'm the violent warehouse person.
To wherever you're going now. And he reaches forward and just holds your hand, Darla. Do you need me to come with you?
I need you to take care of yourself right now. I don't want anything to hurt you, either physically or mentally. Okay?
I'm here if you need me. And he just...
You're just gonna sit here?
He's gonna get it. I am going to stand next to the car.
Are you gonna be our getaway driver? Not that we're doing anything bad.
Not bad. Very important hero stuff.
Yeah. What? Yeah.
I have to start
Delilah.
framing it now. How else this is going to look on any college applications I do?
Delilah looks to your dad and just... I'll look after them, don't worry.
When somebody
Okay.
says, don't worry.
Your dad just nods and... I'll stay with the car then.
Darla goes up and hugs him. I'll be right back, okay?
He immediately just squeezes you and holds you close.
Love you, Dad. I will be right back. It's like running into a grocery store. Let me go get some milk. Be right back.
Military grocery store. Okay.
Commissary.
He nods.
Okay. See you in a bit. And she goes back to this quad of pals. So what's the plan? Are we just walking up? Or are we just using the EMP? Wait, is that my
I got your
bag?
stuff.
Oh
Yeah,
my god.
here.
Was everything in there? And she's gonna flip it open and peel around. She's looking for Artie's glasses. There's no
They're
way
still
those
in
are
there.
not broken.
They're in
Underneath
there.
debris.
They are. You can see that one of the arms is sort of twisted a little bit, but nothing that can't be bent back into place.
Okay, that's all I was worried about. And then she takes it from you and puts the bag over her. Thank you.
Cool.
Don't do that again.
There was a lot with the extra bodies we had, so yeah.
What? Darla's not picking this up.
So when Magnus died, it was a lot to get Delilah to still help.
Oh,
So
you didn't even know that I knew that.
I mean, I figured you knew, because how would you not? Amelia would have to tell you, right? She did tell you, right?
Yes.
Well, if she didn't,
Yes, she
Uh,
told me.
Enough.
okay, good.
Told
Sorry,
enough.
that's
I
Sam
said
laughing.
too much.
That's not Darla. Let's go.
So I don't know exactly where it's supposed to be in the loop. I mean, obviously, zero information. Just something in there. I imagine more security means more likely in the right place.
What are we looking for?
Something that connects all three loops.
GM.
I know that's not helpful.
With last season and older Arthian and Nico telling us a bunch of stuff, and then younger Nico and I finding like this core area. Would Darla remember anything or have kind of seen what they're talking about, since it was just the three of them?
Make a retroactive investigation check.
Okay. And I'm going to say, because this is me recollecting the past, I'm not using any of my curses on this, because that's not fair. Sick. All right. I can get 1. Yes, I can get 1.
Well, so with 1, the main thing that you remember from last season is the room in which you went into. And it seems that the loop is only really made up of 1 level, but that 1 level is deep underground. Mm-hmm. The only entrance being a pair of lifts that goes down and a fire escape that you escaped through up the stairs. There were a number of different departments within this facility. You saw items that had been pulled from time that were being investigated on. You could see various technologies being developed. In the heart of the loop itself, in the main laboratory, you saw what looked to be a large observation platform looking down into a gigantic white chamber, in the center of which there was a tear, in reality, huge and gaping. But you, if memory serves, didn't really investigate it all that much.
No, because it came down to supernatural.
And someone got shot pretty quick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we had to leave.
Minor
Okay.
thing.
Well, I know where to go through a fire exit if you want. Or we can walk right up. Delilah, what are you gonna do for us, with us?
I am here to lend some credibility to the story of 3.
Then what are we saying? Hey, we're come to destroy the loop. Help us?
Maybe not if we say destroy.
Obliterate. Obstruct.
Fix.
I knew you all spent time in the library. Fix.
Help.
Fix is good.
I don't
Can't
like that
turn
one.
down help. What? Doesn't have to
No,
be
it's fine. I'll go
entirely
with
true at this
the generally accepted word, but I don't like it.
We can still do.
I like to
Obliterate.
obliterate. Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what we'll probably end up doing, but they don't need to know that.
Oh, I see where your brain's at now. That's smart.
We
I'm
just need to
tired.
get in.
Yes.
We
let's
need
go.
more information. Yes.
Carla just starts going. She's like, I can't.
We
Pick and
can.
fight.
We
No
can
more
pretend that we're
information.
there to learn everything about the loop, so they can just explain to us how the world is going to end
Yes.
without realizing they're explaining how the world's going to end.
Yes. And the short of it is that when it comes to what we know and why we're helpful is that the loop's been sending out visions of the future.
Do you
Is
want
that
to tell them that?
confirmed?
Well, kind of with me, but I don't
Yeah,
want to
but was
single
it the loop?
myself out.
I'll
I
say
don't
that
know
I
if it's
have
the loop,
too. I can make stuff up.
Yeah.
I've got a very creative mind.
Well, how about we keep
mean-
it vague? Because I don't want any of us to end up as guinea pigs.
Can you imagine? I get stuck here. And the Edenfall sheriffs are like, why is she in the loop? All right, cool. Visions from the loop. Gotta shut it down. Kind of sucks, but we're here to
Yes.
obliterate.
Yes.
Yes. And just keep that little wand ready.
Yes. Just in case.
Got
and then
it.
whatever it is, then we shut things down.
Tarla's never used this thing. Can't wait.
Just do it not too fast. We want to shut down the loop, not the entire
Yeah. Quit telling me what to do.
Okay, sorry. Sorry.
Okay.
Okay, so are you literally walking up to the entrance?
However, Delilah wants to let us in.
Yep.
I
gonna follow
kind
her
of
lead on
want
this.
to go through the fire exit with somebody.
Cut
Because
through
Darla
the-
knows this route and location, and then if we could, like, I don't know.
Split off.
Yeah.
Can try that.
You just want to do that with Linda?
Aw! That would be so fun. I want a sneaky dog.
I feel like now with Linda, we have officially become the Scooby Doo gang.
100%.
Ruh-roh, Raggy.
Oh, break
Linda starts formulating human language.
Let's go investigate this
Rankins.
haunted
What'd you
science
say?
facility.
What if we put a neurocaster on Linda and then we learn dog?
Oh no!
That's the best idea.
Yeah, but what if it gets not with you, Drake?
Yeah,
not
not
with
with
me.
anyone
Not
else. I'll start with
Instead of
June and
talking like
Linda.
Scooby Doo, just starts talking like Scrappy Doo, and you just go, "I'm so sorry, Linda."
Regrets. Regrets.
So, what are you all doing?
I'll go with Delilah.
I'll
Saying
take
whoever
Linda
is
with
going-
me. Shaggy and Scooby, let's go.
Just be safe, you two.
Yep.
Please.
Yeah, I have a walkie-talkie now. Thank you.
And quiet.
You do.
Please be quiet.
You got it. And she goes off
Okay.
with Linda.
Hey, the rest of you, what are you doing?
I'm gonna ask Delilah if my sister contacted her at all
Ooh.
during the day.
I had someone come to my house halfway through, saying you were trying to get in contact.
Yeah. As I'm sure you can tell, it was a crazy day.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry I didn't get in contact sooner, but
You have nothing to apologize for. It's fine.
so you still have our sword?
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna let me into the loop with it, but there wasn't much left at my cabin. But this little thing seemed to survive.
It's taken so much from everyone. I'm really sorry.
I'm sorry for your loss and everything he's taken from you.
I'll process it in time. Shall we go?
Yeah.
As you head towards the entrance, Darla, can you make a sneak check for me, please?
Yeah.
You need 3 successes.
Why, Iota? Give me a second. I sure can't make it, so we're gonna reroll. Dang it! 'Cause I'm so good at that. Zero.
We'll come back to that.
No.
As Drake and Amelia, accompanied by Delilah, you make your way to the entrance of the loop. You can see barriers are down, and you can see that there is a small hut next to it with just someone reading a paper inside. And as he looks out, immediately standing to attention and coming round the side, "Y'all lost?"
No.
Hi, we're here for the scheduled extra credit thing.
Mm-hmm.
It's 11 o'clock at night, son.
There was an accident on the road. We got held up. I'm sorry.
Plus, this way, we were told we would interrupt less scientists working, so we'd be less disruptive.
Mhm.
Good thing, because obviously we wouldn't be able to see that kind of work that they're doing. So now, when those are shut, we just get the simple tour.
This would have nothing to do with the fact that try to break into the loop around a month ago?
No, definitely nothing to do with that. This is sanctioned. You can actually look it up. Amelia Oliver, straight A student. This is an opportunity for me to build my resume. I'm looking about going into the sciences, so this is a chance to see if this is the career path. You know, one of those career opportunity things, right, Drake? You're looking at being a scientist.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going into physics, and there's nothing more physical than the loop.
Can Amelia,
That was beautiful.
can you make a
I
charm
wish I brought
or,
my report card.
charm or a lead check? I'll let you choose. You need 2 successes.
Oh, sweet.
Easy.
I will add to that 2 more to make that success.
Okay. So as you do that, and as he looks between the two of you, and at Delilah, Amanda Decker, come in. I've 2 of the kids from October here, accompanied by Logan. Over. Bring him in. I think by evening's end we're gonna have a full set. As Darla, as you creep forward, you just hear from the shadows. You know, if you wanted an invitation inside, could have just asked.
Just taking my dog for a piss. It's good to see
You doing to
you.
your
4th
soldier?
time's a charm. I told you. This is Linda. Linda needs to use the bathroom. I'm walking home right now.
2 of your friends?
Are you seeing dead people? There is nobody around. She spins on her heel. It's just me and a dog. And you. My favorite.
Last time we met, you said there were concerning things afoot concerning the Logans.
Yeah.
Now you wouldn't happen to be wanting to talk about that now, would you?
Nah. That's not the problem now.
So what's the problem?
That you won't let me go with my dog. You could see her anklet and everything too.
He looks down and he looks over towards the entrance of the loop where you can see Amelia and Drake just stood there and Delilah.
Still covered in blood over here. Not suspicious. It was paint. I'm painting my friend's room.
Come in. Let's have a chat.
Oh,
Yay.
I didn't bring speaking notes.
Oh, wow, Amelia, Drake. What? So funny seeing you here. That's
Wow.
kind of wild.
What are you doing here?
Well, I'm with Linda. I'm taking her out on a walk.
Oh, of course, that makes sense, yeah.
Whoa, who's this lady with you?
As you do. Oh, you don't know? This is Delilah.
Oh, nice to meet you. Delilah.
She's our chaperone. She just brought us here for...
Oh, whoa, for what?
Delilah, much like your GM, is so confused. She's just looking between all 3 kids going, I don't understand. And she looks in the direction of Commander Decker and... It's a pleasure to meet you. My name is... I know who you are. This is Logan. Ed Smith. Thank you.
Oh, you're a Logan. Sick.
So, why have you all rocked up on our doorstep for the
Say
second
it
time in
again.
2 months?
Different reason than last time. although not completely unrelated.
At least this time, you're asking to be let in.
Not by choice.
Listen, we're here because we have some concerns that have a deadline.
Emphasis on dead.
Yes.
Whoa, don't emphasis on dead.
I mean, the deadline is coming fast.
Yes. And then everyone will be dead.
What do you mean?
So, the loop, you know, strange things happen here, and sometimes it impacts the town and some of the people in it. Right? We're on the same page on that one?
It's definitely been source of concern since March, sure.
Right. Well, let's say some of us get visions of what's going on in the future that originates in the loop. And it's not good. Like seeing the town square strike at New Year's for midnight and the town being turned
Obliterates.
upside down, essentially. Yes, obliterates. Great choice.
Thank you.
Yes.
See?
It's not good, and it's linked. It's not just here in Eden Falls. It's in the other 2 locations where the other loops are at. I mean, I feel like that's a clear sign that something's originating here.
Yeah. Kind of fun. Because there's one in where? Boulder, and the other... It... Boris Ferrier. That means lives in Sweden. That's
Wherever.
why I know that.
We've seen it, is the problem. It wasn't like this simple little thing, but it's a full-on sea. Like we lived it. You know that there are a lot of crazy things capable at the loop. Please tell me this doesn't seem that far-fetched.
Can you make any kind of check that you would like to convince him? Whatever check you make, you need to make 3.
Do the one that gave you 5.
Yeah, I was like, can I use
was
my
that?
mind check? As this maybe makes logic with what happens in the rest of the loop?
Any way you can justify it, absolutely.
Yeah. I'll make it mind check. Like, I'm trying to play to the reason that he knows strange,
Can you use your
supernatural
pride,
things are
too?
capable.
I don't know what your pride is.
I'm a researcher. I document things well. So we know that there's been a lot of things that have happened within the loop, right? We know that obviously some things that have impacted beyond, such as earthquakes, aren't just because they're earthquakes, but because of time differences that were penetrating within our space, making things very complicated. We know that black boxes that originated here were having larger impacts. We know that there are a series of supernatural events that originate here and that it impacts us. So we're one of those individuals who have been impacted by it. In fact, it's quite clear that it's not just me, but even some of the Logans in this case and my peers, that we've seen these visions, both of the past and, more importantly, the future.
I
What we
understood
do
all
know,
of that.
yes, it's all very clear, and that it all pinpoints in threads the 3 loop facilities together, which means that the originator has to begin with the loop facility. Between the 3 cities that we saw impacted by this, they share no other commonalities. No personnel, no geographical landmarks, not even weather, right? The loop is the only thing, so it has to be that this is what's causing it.
Use your pride.
I will use my pride
Yeah.
as I try to lay out all of this.
That was a lot of
Here's why
information,
you know
too. What the heck?
That earthquake was clearly not something. It wasn't like we're not on a fault line. There's no other reason why this could have occurred here.
I will say, using your pride,
Yes.
as he looks and he listens, he looks between all three of you and then up at Delilah. Come in.
It was
Not
that
like you haven't.
easy.
It's that easy for her. Not for
What does
you.
that mean?
Well, I'm a straight A student, and I'm a terrible liar.
I'm a straight about to smack that smile off your face, Amelia. She keeps walking forward.
I've built a good reputation
Yeah,
for
hold
good reason.
Yeah, but okay, coming in, Commander.
Looking at all of you, and he sort of takes sort of wry look at you, Darla, and then at you, Amelia, and then as his eyes rest on you, Drake. And I have to ask you to surrender that weapon, son.
Which one? Oh, you mean the sword? Yeah. Okay.
I hadn't actually noticed the guns, but yes, you are absolutely going to have to hand those over.
Wait, what makes you think I don't have a weapon on me?
Ankle bracelet.
Dang it.
I'm gonna get this back, right?
You will. I wouldn't want to depart such a beautiful weapon from a... Well,
Wait, if that's the
Nah,
case,
collector.
some guard took my gun in October, and I want it back.
I get a much more trustworthy sense of this guy. Less so you.
What's not the trust?
How about the long list of crimes you've committed?
I've never committed crime.
He looks again at your ankle bracelet and up
Alleged.
at you.
Jake's just gonna put his leg in front of her ankle bracelet to try to like obscure the view. A little
He's already
bit,
seen
just
it.
subtly.
Well, I know one of you has already set foot inside this facility, but I am going to say it anyway. Don't touch anything.
This isn't Willy Wonka. We're smart enough for that.
I don't understand that reference. And he heads towards the door and
I called it on the
opening it
bubble
up.
I wouldn't mind flying. That's for sure.
He gestures for you all to enter the loop facility.
Amelia will walk first, ready to be the shield.
Tyler would go to the other side of the door across from him and also hold it open. Told you I'm a person for the people.
Hmm.
Come on in.
Delilah steps through.
Step through with her.
Enjoy your stay.
And Commander Decker looks at you, Darla. Shall we?
On the count of 3?
He walks in.
Yes, I get to go last. And she turns around and like closes the door behind her.
And as the door closes, and the doors of the lifts in front of you open, you all step in. Commander Decker takes you down to the depths of the loop. And that is where we're going to end this week's session.
Does anyone else think this was a bad idea?
Yes.
No,
Yes,
we
we
don't
may have rushed
any
into
guns
this.
this time. Everyone
We don't even know
will
what
be
we're
fine.
looking for.
Cops are gonna be looking for Darla here shortly.
No.
There is
she doing over
there is
there?
a strict time to get to your location.
Our
Fine, it's a
deadline is much
detour.
faster because of you.
What is time?
Yeah, you know, except world's gonna end, so we might as well just enjoy it until then.